In the 1840s, Americans started on the Oregon Trail to get to California, but at Snake River, the trail split and they headed south for California. This became known as the California Trail. Once the California settled, merchants and farmers traded gold and silver coins, and this journey was not very easy.
John Sutter started a colony in the area and had hired a carpenter to build a sawmill by a river. James Marshall, the carpenter, was working on the mill when he found something on the ground. Marshall said, "I reached my hand down and picked it up. It made my heart thump, for I was certain it was gold." Sutter and Marshall agreed to keep the whole thing a secret, but when they went back a few days later, they saw a Native American working by the mill, and he was yelling, "Oro, oro, oro," which means gold in Spanish.
Soon, Sutter's workers had quit their jobs to find the gold. The word was spreading, but gold sure as heck was it. By 1849, about 80,000 gold seekers came to California hoping to strike it rich. 49ers were the names of the gold-seeking migrants in California.
The 49ers were named that, of course, because the California Gold Rush started in 1849. People were rushing to Sutter's mill because at the time gold fever was contagious and everyone was catching it. People were leaving their homes and abandoning their families.
Not many of the 49ers were very experienced in gold mining, so they were all over the place. The work to mine gold was tiring and hard. The 49ers searched for gold along banks of streams or in shallow surface mines. First, the 49ers searched along a 70-mile stretch in Northern California. Many of them actually gathered and searched together, and they agreed to share their findings. Sometimes two people would try to claim an area to search at the same time, and there would often be violent contact.
There were several different ways to mine for gold, and the most popular method was called placer mining, which was done around rivers and streams. Placer miners used pans or other devices to wash gold nuggets out of loose rock and gravel. The miners dug shafts and tunnels to get in the hills.
In 1853, California's yearly gold production was at about 60 million. People were bragging about their success and how fortunate they were. One man who found 2.5 pounds of gold in only 15 minutes, which shows how lucky some people were, but some people were not. Although some people were fortunate, many were not. Many people gave up everything they had. They moved from the west side of the country to the east to mine for gold and never struck it rich.
Miners in the camps came from many different backgrounds and cultures. They say that most of the miners were single men and they were young, which is understandable. Rarely, any miners had children or wives. Instead of mining, the women made money by making food, operating boarding houses, and washing clothes. That was a typical life for really any female back then.
We have brought in some people who have had some experiences on the California Gold Rush. A family of 3, the Johnson family, the husband Patrick, the wife Sheila, and the daughter Anna.
My husband heard about the gold mining in California and thought it was a good idea to go. I knew it wasn't, but he thought it was. So he decided to leave me and his little daughter here. My husband decided to take all of our money with him. He's now 475 miles away from our home, Elko, Nevada. It was very hard to communicate with my beloved husband. It was even harder to watch our daughter grow up without him in the picture. I wish he would have come home.
My daddy had went to gold mining, and he told me we were going to be rich. He told me about all the toys and ponies and dresses he was going to buy me. I was so excited, but then one day he came home and said he had some bad news. My father told my mother and I that we had lost everything. We were truly devastated. Then, Dad sold everything we had, and we had to live in a shack. The shack we lived in had chickens, and my mother and I had to sell the chicken eggs to make money. Sometimes we had to eat the eggs raw as a food source. I had to transfer to a poor school because we didn't have enough money. Life was really hard, but we knew we would eventually get through it.
You ready? It was 1849 when I left my family in Elko, Nevada. I thought I could bring our struggling family out of debt and be happy. It was our only option, and me and my wife, Sheila, were not very happy either. I traveled to the middle of California to try and get my riches. I would mine and mine for hours with no luck. After a year and a half, I gave up and went back home to Elko, Nevada. We were so much in debt that I had to sell every single thing, including our house. I divorced my wife Sheila, and I live a new happy life with my new wife, Faye. My old family is still in debt while they live in a shack selling eggs for money.
Good now, low.
Dude, that's sweet. This is the shack that my wife and daughter live in, Sheila and Anna.
Horrible father.
Bad. New idea.
Go. Shut up. Thank you.
I told my mother that nothing happened. I just want to get it done.